What's up, crypto legends? In this episode, we are taking a look at the price of Bitcoin on the daily. We've filled here the wick here from the daily chart. Are we going to have continuation to the upside? This is what we are going to discuss in this episode because this is a crucial zone right now for Bitcoin. We're also taking a look at the Bitcoin price on the 1 hourly, on the lower time frames. As soon as we claimed these highs again yesterday, we had a major blast through, especially on the lower time frames with very high volume. I'm going to explain how you could have taken advantage at this range. We got a small reaction from this consolidation, but finally blasting through from this level. I'm going to be explaining how you could have taken advantage from this zone, and we also taking a look at this, guys. The Federal Reserve balance sheet is absolutely exploding, over $300 billion being printed here the last few hours, so we'll be taking a look at this also, guys, so make sure to stay tuned. Hi there, Andy here. Welcome back to another episode of Bitcoinsensus. If you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. Daily TA on Bitcoin Crypto, also the live stream to connect with the community. I'm not a financial advisor, do not buy or sell anything that I say. If you do so, do your own research, guys. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, guys, because Bitcoin has been absolutely flying today. As you can see here, we managed to fill the wick here from this daily. Big rejection from the breakout of $25,200 highs that we did have here in August of 2022 and also right over here in February of 2023. So we had a big rejection. A lot of people, in doubt, is this a massive rejection? We're going to start correcting right now. Well, apparently we are seeing this massive bullish momentum to fill the wick. We are currently above this wick at this moment. Now, there is a possibility of a rejection here. Everything's looking pretty strong. As you know, we also have the Federal Reserve, with the balance sheet growing $300 billion. Is this going to continue? And we're going to see some assets flying, such as Bitcoin. Well, we can already see that, right? So just to be well aware that this is just testing the high today. Of course, if we were to have this daily close, this daily candle closing above this wick, then I do think it's relatively bullish and we could see much higher levels, even to $28,000 and $30,000 in the next few days. Now, we need to stay aware today of the daily close here. If it does close above, it will be looking pretty bullish. If it closed below, then it won't be looking that good, okay? Remember, for those experienced traders not using Bybit yet, you do still have that $30,000 worth of bonus. This is my #1 crypto trading platform, guys. Make sure to take advantage of this bonus that you can claim at the rewards hub, $30,000 worth of bonus. So going here back to the 1 hourly time frame, we can see this kind of price action. On yesterday's live stream, I was waiting for two scenarios, okay? The live stream was made right over here at this price action. I was waiting for the test for a breakdown from these higher lows, as you can see on the chart, okay? No breakdown. We did not have any breakdown, so I was not getting bearish. I was waiting for a breakdown here with high volume to get into that kind of retracement, all right, for that continuation to the downside to test the lows again. However, this did not happen. We did have a wick to the upside, okay, but we did not test the highs here, as you can see. So no short to be taken, not being bearish till we actually test this high and potentially get rejected. Then I would be looking for shorts, and the only shorts that I would be looking also would have been a breakdown from this uptrend structure with high volume. Of course, this did not happen. The other scenario was breaking bullish at this high and taking advantage with scalping opportunities. If the breakup on the lower time frames from this resistance zone at 25,180 range was going to be bullish and we're going to have high volume, then of course longing is the idea. Long scalps, guys, as we're having that bullish momentum. So let's just jump here on the 15-minute time frame so you can get, a quick example right over here of what I'm talking about, okay? We're actually going to go to the lower time frames right now. So on the live stream, guys, just so you can understand, there was three scenarios. We either break the higher low structure with a large volume, then of course you do have time to get into the lower high, okay, on the retracement to come back down and test the lows and potentially have that continuation to the downside. This did not happen, of course. Now, the other bearish option was testing these highs over here and get a massive rejection. This did not happen, guys. We had a major blast off with relatively nice volume, okay? And as you can see right over here, this was the breakout on the 5-minute time frame. Relatively nice volume, big breakout from this resistance zone, okay, the highs here, and on that same retracement, just testing the exact high from this wick, getting that bounce, okay? So let me just get this horizontal line all the way up there to the exact wick of this high. We can see after that breakout, we just tested the level and came back up here and claimed the highs, and having that continuation to the upside. Now looking at the 5-minute time frame, as you can see, we can count these massive volume candles right over here. And if you do take a look at these highs, okay, where we do have the high volume, we can see the price action actually bouncing from that level. So having the volume right over here spike, then more volume right over here breaking out from the zone, and you actually having that continuation to the upside to test the highs. Of course, there was a scenario here that we talked about. We want to stay extremely cautious, okay, if we do get a reaction at the 7-8 Fibonacci from this high to the low. Now, the 7-8 Fibonacci level was just about going to be tested here, and we also had that point of control from this consolidation round about this level. So the price action did get a reaction. It did get a rejection. However, we had to stay extremely cautious because this price action was looking quite bullish. Reason why, of course, we were creating higher lows pretty aggressively, like an ascending triangle, as you can see right over here. So what is happening here? You're testing the high. It's true, you're testing a high again, but you are creating higher lows. You want to be extremely cautious and defensive if you are trying to look for a swing short position for that potential larger rejection. Now, this did not happen. We had a blast through from this range, and where you could have taken opportunities here, of course, is with volume and retracing to the high volume levels. Big volume on this move up here, and these highs, okay, being respected as resistance. You have the volume breakout, you're bouncing as support and testing the highs again, guys. Really nice, insane scalping opportunities to follow this bullish momentum. You don't really want to fight the trend on the lower time frames as you're having this massive volume momentum to the upside and just consistently creating higher lows and breaking the highs every single time. You want to try and get into these waves and into the retracement and get out at the highs if you wish, or hold some of that position just in case you even go to higher levels. Of course, playing very defensive trading. Now, there is a couple of scenarios here, okay? We're just testing the high at the moment. Volume is still relatively high, not major big price action. So what we want to stay cautious here, if you want to take any kind of shorting opportunity, we want to see a big rejection below this $26,500 range. As long as we are above this level, there is nothing bearish about this. This is still above the level. We would have to see a big retracement consolidation below this high to start even thinking to be bearish. This is the same scenario from this high over here. You can wick above it, then get the price action below this level, guys, to start thinking bearish. If you just have a massive blast through this range, you do not want to be bearish. You want to follow that trend up, follow the volume, okay, which is high. We have high spikes of volume, and you're just having that continuation to the upside. Now, today is going to be really, really crucial, okay, because, there is a possibility that you are, going to have continuation to the upside. And then, I'm looking for $27,000, even $28,000 to be hit in the coming days. Or you either get some rejection here and get below this range. This is going to be a very, very tricky environment, all right? Because there is a possibility, of course, that you can get below this range and get into a kind of a descending channel scenario, okay? And we want to be extremely cautious because if we do create this kind of price action, there is a possibility in creating a massive cup and handle continuation kind of pattern, okay? This is something that we'll be eyeing in the next couple of days as well. Of course, if we do get that rejection and stay inside this range, yes, I do think that can be good, some good shorting opportunities. But remember, guys, we are trending to the upside. There's massive bullish momentum. We've got quantitative easing as well on the Federal Reserve balance sheet exploding $300 billion, okay? This is probably just going to be just temporary to save some of the banks. But If this does continue, of course, I do see, many assets and Bitcoin as well having that momentum to the upside. So not much to be said here. The only plan is to continue scalp longing. Now, right now, at this moment, it is a crucial zone. This range to scalp long is very, very good as you are just about to test the highs. Now that we are at the highs, we want to stay extremely cautious for some potential deep corrections, okay? So this is a very, very hard zone right now at this moment. But I got good news for you. We'll be doing a live stream in the next few hours after this video update. Not much to be said, just to stay extremely cautious. We could have continuation to the upside here as we are above the highs. If we get rejected, stay extremely cautious. We want to get into some shorts potentially, but to test the lows very, very quickly, as you could consolidate, create a kind of a descending channel here for a massive breakout, all right, in the next coming days for that continuation to the upside. This is also a possibility. Thank you guys, and I will see you in the live stream.